Well, thank you all for being here, and I will try to, go through this. So I am a dream educator, someone who is interested in drawing out the innate wisdom of the dreamer and providing tools to help each individual in their dream discoveries and personal journeys. I have been studying and working with my own dreams since 1980 and teaching about dreams and working with dream clients since 1987. Now I'm going to be in the flow. I was curious about how dreams might be influenced by personality elements, specifically introversion and extroversion. Do we dream in a similar way to waking personality? If we dream according to this personality quality, are there specific dream exercises that might deepen our understanding of this incredible resource within? My hope in completing my thesis pilot project was to fill the void regarding this topic in the dream literature for the general public. What follows is a summary of the pilot project. Explicit details and complete examples from the study are in the final written form of my thesis. To summarize the project, each participant provided a pre- and post-project dream to be compared. Each subject took the gray wheelwright personality Jungian type survey. I took all of the dreams from each participant and scored them according to a 10-part scale, which I will explain. I met individually with each participant for 3 sessions. During these hour-and-a-half sessions, 3 dreams were selected and personality-specific dream exercises were employed. Extroverts gain energy by being out in the world and with others, whereas introverts gain energy by being alone or with 1 or 2 others. Each person kept a dream log for 14 days, being assured that the number of dreams recorded was not a critical element. The subjects in my pilot project were given specific materials to help guide them with dream recall, including a list of tricks to help alleviate any blocks. Their personal dream evaluation form requested the following: frequency and dream recall, dreaming style assessment, a general analysis of the content of their dreams, and their general emotional response to the dreams, including any personal understanding of the meaning of the dream's content. The participants were taught about different dreaming styles. While most utilize a combination of the following, there are 3 recognizable dreaming style differences that I was looking to define. The first type, visual dreamers. These dreamers will remember colors and vibrant dream experiences. They will remember details and often have a storyline dream plot. Epic visual dreamers will have continuous plots that shift from scene to scene and will be able to recall who was sitting where, what they ate, and all the decorations of the house they were visiting. The auditory dreamer is filled with sound in the way that visual dreams are filled with color. This sound can include words, messages, conversation, and music. Waking world sounds are often incorporated into auditory dreams, but not necessarily in a literal way. Loud noises outside in the waking world are shifted to fit an inner experience in an auditory dream. Kinesthetic dreamers are attuned to physical sensations, sensory input, and have a general rather than a specific dream experience. A common kinesthetic dream is flying, free form. Often there is no storyline, but an intense sensation in their body. Flying dreams are often filled with joy. A strong emotional reaction is common in kinesthetic dreams. One dreamer describes waking up with his heart pounding, filled with fear and trembling. In the dream, he is being chased, but there is no detail. He somehow knows a killer is after him with gun in hand. Sensory input is also important in kinesthetic dreams. One dreamer describes waking to the smell of coffee brewing, but is confused as she lives alone. Another describes waking with the taste of chocolate on his tongue. Statistical analysis was completed. Some of the following materials include specifics about the study. More is found in the written final manuscript. In brief, there were 23 subjects, which included 5 males and 18 females. 9 subjects were extroverts and 14 were introverts. A total number of 302 dreams were reported. 179, 59%, were extroverted, and 123, 41%, were introverted. Of those dreams, 74% were visual, 9% were auditory, and 17% were kinesthetic. My theory, while not statistically proven to the small sample size, was that people tend to dream in a similar fashion to their waking world personalities. Of the 23 participants, 20 dreamt, on average, according to their waking world personality. For those who did not dream accordingly, my theory was that they were experiencing high levels of negative stress or even positive dramatic change. This seemed to be the case with the 3 subjects in my study who dreamt opposite of their waking world personality. These 3 were experiencing major life events. One was pregnant and very happy about it. One was recently promoted to a lucrative, empowered position, and the third was going through a divorce. There have been numerous research projects done on the subject. However, I was surprised that beyond the initial personality inventory and dream scoring, there was no further work done with the subjects to explore their dreams and find a mode of discovery that complemented their personality type. I wanted to explore specific dream exercises that might help facilitate this process of discovery for the dreamers, and then give them dream tools that they could then utilize in their own future dream work. The following is the dream scoring system called, and I utilized these from previous research projects. It is a 10-part scoring system. I'm going to go through them kind of quickly. The first element of the dream scoring system is the global impression within the dream. The second aspect of the dream scoring system is the setting of the dream. The third component is the dream plot. The fourth scoring system is the focus within the dream. The fifth part of the scoring system are the characters within the dream. A dream setting might be the same. However, an extrovert and an introvert will react very differently to this dream setting. For example, at a party, the extrovert will interact with numerous people, instigate the action, conversation, and enjoys being the center of attention. While an introvert at a dream party will usually interact with 1 to 3 people, allowing the action to come to them, focusing on 1 or 2 people at a time. The setting is the same, but the interaction and the experience is completely different. The sixth aspect of the dream scoring scale is the action. The seventh part of the scoring system is the contact generated or received within the dream. The eighth focus of the scoring system is the quality of contact within the dream. The ninth element of the scoring system is the reaction of contact within the dream. The final and 10th component of the scoring system focuses on the ability within the dream. The extrovert, whether or not they actually feel capable, will often want to appear confident and quick to action. The introvert dreamer is more cautious about diving in, preferring to gauge the environment before acting. As one can tell, the extrovert and introvert will generally behave within the dream similar to their waking world actions and reactions. The following material will explain about each of the dream exercises I used, specific ones designed either for the introvert or for the extrovert. These exercises are a way to help the subject process their dreams. I will briefly describe the exercise, share the subject's dream, and then give a brief accounting of the dream process experienced in session. The introvert dream exercises enhance the dreamer's natural tendency by allowing personal time, introspection, and the space to consider their dreams within before trying to share and express their insights with me. Drawing is a direct route to the unconscious and can reveal aspects of an image that words alone cannot. Drawing the dream can be a catalyst for otherwise unavailable associations. Introverts were encouraged to pick one dream to draw. They were instructed to draw the dream, expressing the overall impression, a scene from the dream, one symbol in particular, or an abstract expression of the mood within the dream. Everyone has bathroom dreams. This particular dreamer realized a lot simply by drawing her dream. The subject's dream in brief. I am standing in line in a restroom. There are 2 lines but only one working toilet. Oy. So we are having to wait to merge the 2 lines. There are a stack of clothes inside the stall next to the toilet. I have to move some of the clothes in order to go to the bathroom. You might note that there were multiple people in the introvert's dream. However, she was focused on her inner action, needing to go to the bathroom, and her solitary experience once she was in the bathroom stall. After she created the drawing of the dream, the dreamer discovered that this felt like a retreat setting, which she hadn't remembered until she had done the drawing. She said, "I'm trying to get back to basics, basics being my spirituality beyond just my physical. The clothes made me realize I can strip away the physical to show more of my spirituality. I'm trying to merge my public self and my private side to quit stalling what I want to express." Rewrite the dream from the other character's perspective puts the dreamer inside the character, symbol, or other element within the dream. In essence, it is allowing the hidden part to express itself completely while the conscious ego listens undefended. This exercise suits the introvert by allowing them time and space for inner reflection and writing. This subject dreamt, "I am on a walkway high above everything. I fall partially off. I am hoping someone will help me, but no one is paying attention. I am scared and yet not afraid, both at the same time. It doesn't seem real somehow. I get myself back up on the walkway and feel pleased about this." Note that while the dreamer was aware that there were others on the path, she is solely focused on her own experience. The participant decided to rewrite the dream from the perspective of the walkway. After writing, the dreamer shared what the walkway had to say. In brief, "I am here, strong and permanent." This person gets caught up in fear and allows her emotions to create instability. I provide support and then a passageway through fear into safety. Transformational imagery is a process of re-entering the dream in waking time in an imaginal way. It allows the dreamer to explore any aspect within the dream using the dream as the jumping off point in this discovery exercise. This is a great exercise for the introverted dreamer as it allows them to go within and explore the dream in a quiet setting. The next subject dreamt, "I am staying with M in a house that was bought in a common area. It has a common area. It is in India. I see a man in this open area with 2 sons. He is working with one of them on meditation. He is using a holy book and specific hand symbols. It almost seems like sign language." In this dream, the introvert was an observer, not an active participant in the action. The dreamer wished to explore exactly what the father was teaching his sons. She described, "I am a father teaching an ancient form of communication, a virtual language of understanding spirit. It is through the use of these hand symbols that touch others with the ancient memory. Now I've gone home to meditate and nap, and my sons have gone along to play. Both will help with integration." The dreamer was asked how this related to her waking life. She said, "This seems to be suggesting that meditation and simply going to sleep in order to dream will help me connect." Later, the dreamer realized that the sign languages are mudras from the ancient Hindu practices. She intended to study these mudras to see how they might help deepen her own meditations and ability to access her inner wisdom. The 3 extroverted dream exercises allowed for verbal exchange and interplay, as well as the opportunity to move and act out the dream. These types of exercises are well suited to the extrovert. In dialogue with the dream character or symbol, the dreamer acts like a reporter interviewing the dream aspect. While this exercise is similar to Rewrite the Dream exercise for introverts, this extroverted approach is spoken aloud. An extroverted participant had this dream. I'm on an island in the Pacific. I'm in a group of people in a grass hut. There is a big storm brewing with loud winds, thunder, and black skies. I begin to feel the wind and rain across my back. I realize this hut will provide no shelter. The longer version of this dream highlighted the extrovert's interaction within the group, performing in a leadership role. A dialogue with the storm. I am the storm, looking down, huffing and puffing. I yell through my thunder, watch out, you guys. I'm just passing through to shake them up, but I'm not here to be devastating. The dreamer then began to rumble and act out the storm, swirling and moving about the room. When asked if there was a specific message or gift for the dreamer, the storm stated, "You can let go of your anger. You get bent out of shape over assumptions, and this keeps you stuck in one place. Be more in the present moment. My gift to you is the rainbow that will follow the storm." After the process, the dreamer laughed and said, "I'm reading this book called The Rainbow Bridge. I realize now that when I feel a storm brewing inside of me, I can face my anger and fear. I know that things will be resolved. I'm also reminded to get back to my native self that lives more simply." The objective of Gestalt therapy, developed by Fritz Perls, is to enable the client to become more fully and creatively alive. To create the conditions for a dialogue, 2 chairs are set up in which the client moves from one chair to the other. Incorporating this form of therapy into dream work, the dreamer chooses 2 opposing dream characters shifting back and forth between the chairs. The facilitator can see the physical changes between each character as the dreamer shifts between the chairs. There are often different body postures, gestures, facial expressions, vocal inflections, and other cues that become more pronounced between the 2 characters. This Gestalt process suits itself to extroverts as it is a very external, physically experienced exercise. The subject dreamt. I am teaching a computer class, but 2 young men keep interrupting the class. I reprimand them for their rudeness. Suddenly, they pull out a gun and hold us hostage. They yell at me, "We deserve A's," even though they don't even understand basic computer skills. I wake up feeling panicked. The dreamer decided to combine the 2 gunmen into one person for the Gestalt exchange. The dialogue between the gunman and the computer teacher. Here is an abbreviated version of the exchange. The gunman spoke first. I'm frustrated and angry because the teacher should know what I want and get me a job. The dreamer then shifted chairs and embodied the teacher. This is frustrating because we are teaching them skills they will need to be successful in the world. I think he would thrive being a manager of an evening maintenance staff, but he needs to take responsibility and go after something like this. Upon reflection after the process, the dreamer stated, I need to start taking care of myself. I realize that the frustration the gunman felt is something I feel at home. I feel like I'm always in charge of the maintenance of our home life and would appreciate more support. She decided that dialogue is the key and intended to discuss her needs and expectations with her husband. Both at work and at home, she identified with each dream character. The dream character's cooperation made her feel ready to address her own frustrations and concerns, knowing that there could be a positive outcome. Dream tending is a dream work approach created by Stephen Eisenstadt of Pacifica Graduate Institute. His novel concept is to imagine that a dream character or symbol can be invited into a sacred space as if one is hosting this dream element as a guest. Often, the dream element hosted is something which does not usually have a voice. While hosting a dream is an excellent group process, This may be done on an individual, facilitated level. This exercise suits the extrovert because the dreamer might fully embody and act out the dream element being hosted. One subject dreamt, "I am on my family farm walking around the side of the barn. When I get to the back, I see a large white horse. It is fenced in by sharp, barbed wire. The horse sees me, and with its hooves, it stands on the strands of wire and breaks them. It seems to come after me. I run toward the water trough where I hide. The horse jumps over me but doesn't see me." While this particular dream might seem more introverted in the exercise, this was highly extroverted. The dreamer wanted to host the white horse. As the dreamer became the horse, the biggest change was in his physical stance and energy. He stated, "I will share my power and knowledge. I can show the human how to move past obstacles. These barriers include fear, anger, guilt, and loss. I will show him how to push through these and harness his own creativity." The dreamer physicalized this horse in such a dramatic way. In his embodiment of the animal, he seemed to tap into its majesty. He neighed, shook his mane, prancing and then galloping around the room. When he completed the process, the dreamer was physically different, sitting up straighter, and his eyes were brighter, more energized. The dreamer stated, "Horse sense is what is needed to make progress. I also feel greater compassion for the animals in our world. I feel like I can inspire others about how to recognize and use this natural power." Interestingly, the dreamer later became a park ranger on horseback. His life was more empowered through his dream experience. In summary, I know that dreams come from us, for our highest good. The material from this thesis pilot project can help inspire others in their own dream discoveries. It relates to anyone, as everyone dreams, and everyone is either an introvert or an extrovert. By sharing what was experienced through this thesis pilot project, my hope is to enhance possibilities for other dreamers as they explore their own dreams, whether they are introverts or extroverts. At the end of the question portion, I wanted to share a dream theme song that my husband had written, so we're going to save a little time at the end for questions for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Yeah.